Hi, welcome to the PassioKnit Spinner. I'm Tracy and you can find me as Schnüffeltier on Ravelry and on Instagram. And today's video is about the 5 whips I really should finish next. So I just filmed a video about the 5 garments I wish I had in my wardrobe. But let's face it, before casting on any of those, I should finish stuff. I am the queen of started things. And I have a lot of whips and a lot of UFOs. So I decided to gather 5 of them today, talk to you about them, and hopefully finish them in the near future. So let's just get started. I have, the first thing in here is the biggest thing. And it doesn't even have a project bag, it has a box. And this is the Marled Magic sweater by Stephen West. And let's see if I have a good picture of it to show. No. So it looks something similar to this, okay? It's a gigantic sweater. Where is my pattern? Oh, here it is. There we go. There's a pattern picture somewhere in here. So the Marled Magic sweater or dress is a pattern by Stephen West. I started this many years ago. I'm gonna say 3 or 4. And ever since, okay, here's a good one. Last picture, of course. So this is what I'm aiming for. This is the sweater. Mine will have ends woven in because I do not like that look. And I am knitting mine out of all kinds of leftovers held together with a neutral creamy white or, you know, an off-white strand of either drops alpaca or Lana Grossa silk mohair. Kid silk, I think it's called. Silk hair, it's called. Okay. So this is what I have so far. And I'm going to try and show you what part this is and what it looks like. So it's a modular knit. I have all of this knitting here. And I'm pretty sure that this goes over my shoulder and this will come over this shoulder. So I am, no, this is the midpoint. I finished the first side, basically, and I am working my way over to the other side now. And then there's the back that needs finishing. But I would love to finish this and wear it because first of all, it's colorful and fun and just gorgeous. But also, thanks to the alpaca and the silk mohair that I am holding at all times, this is going to be really warm because alpaca and mohair are very warm fibers. So yeah, the Marled Magic sweater, I'm gonna show you again what it looks like. This is the pattern. This is on my have to finish next list. And I have always had a vision of sewing a pair of red jeans to go with this, like fire engine red. And I do not know why, because nothing about this sweater here screams wear it with a red pair of jeans, but I just really want to do it. So yeah, that might happen. We will find out together. Okay, so that's the sweater, or one of the sweaters. Next up is the oldest thing on this list. And it has been living in this project bag, which is not a project bag, but you know, it's a bag. And this is the Find Your Fate shawl that I cast on when everyone did. Like a million years ago, when everybody was knitting a Find Your Fate, I started one. Do you remember that? Have you been here and remember seeing these things before? So this is the Find Your Fate. It is a pattern by Andrea Mowry. And I think it is the pattern that made Andrea Mowry a household name in the knitting designing world. I'm going to try and find a better picture in the pattern, but I honestly think that's it. Let's see. That one? Yes, here it is. So this is it. This is what we're looking at here. This is a shawl pattern. And again, if you've been here for a while, my track record with shawls is not the best. I am knitting mine out of Sockstead Rock Lightweight because I had those yarns in my stash and I'm on color 5, I think. So I started with this one and I mean, I've gotten quite far, but not nearly enough done. or not nearly done, I would say. So yeah, this has been on my needles for, I don't even know, 6 years. Is that enough? Probably longer. And I just need to finish it. I just finished fading into the next color. So I'm on color 4 out of 7. So there's a lot to go. And I think it's just about time to get this done because this has been on the needles for so long. It's ridiculous. And the part that I knit so far, I actually quite enjoyed, you know. So I should just finish it. So Define Your Fate. Whip number 3 that I really need to finish. This is not a want. This is a need. It lives in this bag. I think it's bird leg bags. I'm gonna check if there's a label. It is. It is from Bird Leg Bags. Don't know if they're still in business, but in here I have a sweater that I started for my son. And because he's growing, he will outgrow this sweater before I finish it at this point. So where's the front page? This is the Jones cardigan by Tinka Knits. And I made this before, also for my son. It has this pattern. And he, of course, outgrew the first version along the way because he is a child and they grow. And I am that far into version number 2. So this is the whole thing, you know, it's knit in one piece. And I have 2 skeins of this Tiger E color that is hand dyed, and I am pairing it with a tweed because that hand dyed looks a bit tweedy thanks to the black speckles. I have fuzz in my nose now. So thanks to the black speckles, it looks a bit tweedy. So I am using a solid tweed for the ribbings because I have 2 150 gram skeins, which makes 300 grams of this yarn. And I'm just not sure if it is going to be enough. So I decided to do all the ribbing in this neutral tweed yarn and just hope for the best. So it is this big. And I need to finish it before he outgrows it. Because that would be, you know, kind of sad because I really love the colors and I think he would love the cardigan. So I need to finish this. So that's not just a want to have it, it's a need to. So 2 left. Let's talk about this one first. In this bag that someone gifted me, I have a handspun sweater. And it is the Avalanche by Heidi Kiermaier. And I need to find a picture, of course, because I want to show you what I'm talking about. Here's a picture. So this is what we're talking about. The Avalanche by Heidi Kiermaier. It is a heavy fingering weight, bulky weight yarn sweater. And I'm knitting this out of handspun. This is a combo spin. I know it doesn't look like it, but this is a combo spin. And I started this sweater and I'm this far. And I started this on a January 1st. But I'm gonna say like 6 years ago. So it's been on my needles for a while. I started the project and after starting it, put it away and haven't worked on it ever since. So that's kind of sad because, you know, handspun sweaters are the best and I really, really want to finish it. So that's this one. And the last one, I'm not sure if I can actually call it a whip because it's a bit... It is started, technically. So, this is the All of the Lights cardigan coat thing by Joji Locatelli. Looks like this. It is all over cables with a bit of lace thrown in. And I started this, but, I mean, where is it? I'm not sure if I can call this a started sweater. That's all I have. That's it. And I really would love to have that cardigan. The yarn is Madeline Tosh Vintage. Is it? Yes, it is Tosh Vintage in the colorway Tart. I have 10 skeins of this and those were a birthday gift from my husband. So I meant like, again, 6 years ago, 5 years ago. And this was also started at least 3 years ago. And I had a day where I started like 6 or 7 sweaters. And I have like 3 that are this far. That's one of them. So I think this is going to be so pretty. But it's also going to be a lot of work. And as this is hand dyed, I need to alternate skeins for this sweater because, you know, I want it to be as pretty as it can be. So the first little bit, which is the shoulder, top of the shoulder part, I'm knitting out of one skein. And as soon as I pick up stitches out of the sides, I am going to alternate skeins just to be on the safe side. So yeah, that's the last one. These are the 5 things that I have on my needles. Oh, and I didn't show you the project bag. Let's do that. You go in here, pattern in here. Now, I'm almost done with putting it away. I can show you the project bag because this is my favorite project bag. And it looks like this. And I made this project bag, and I made this for EYF 2019. I made 2 of them, one for me, one for my friend. And this fabric here is my own hand woven fabric. And this is my favorite project bag because I just love how it looks. So that's the bag. And that's the back of the bag. Yeah, so these are the 5 things that I should be finishing. And like I said, let me know in the comments below if you've seen any of these before on my podcast. Because if you have, you've been here for a very long time. Except for the Jones cardigan. I started that one either earlier this year or last year, end of last year. But I think I started it this year, to be fair. The other things, not so much. So yeah, like I said, these are 5 things I really should finish next before starting any of my dream projects. We'll see how it goes. Because knowing myself, chances are I'm going to start something new before finishing any of these. Which is fine. I can do whatever I want, right? So let me know if you have a plan of finishing all your whips, and not all of them. I will never finish all of my whips. That was a ridiculous thing to say. So I want to finish these in the hopefully near future. And I hope you're here to watch me do it. So I hope you all have a wonderful time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.